We're having a problem. That's not good. Everything's greased. I'm full of fuel. Got about 800, 900 pounds of seed in there, which should be enough to do this 33 acres. The plan with this millet is once it gets ready, we'll cut it and we'll bale it just for some extra feed. And then we're also planning on doing this home 17 acres right here. But the plan with this stuff is the same, to cut it and bale it. But then after that, we're gonna put in some winter rye. We calve in that 17 acres, and so it'll be nice to have winter rye in there because it'll start coming up next spring. And so when that starts greening up, it'll take a little pressure off the fence lines because the cattle will have something to chew on. Plus we're hoping that the roots will hold the soil together a little better, and that way we won't rut it up as much and the cattle won't rut it up as much, and just keep it a little smoother. And so that's what our hope is for that rye. And the rye probably won't survive well enough to cut that next spring, but it'll just provide a nice bed and keep the calves a little healthier. So I gotta put these blocks in, and I gotta turn the slots back to 1/4 inch because we shut them down yesterday. We just gotta get the depth to 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, and then we'll be ready to go.
That's about 4 inches deep.
That's what she said. Well, we had to move the down pressure to 100 pounds per row, and what else? I don't know. We put in more donuts to put more pressure on that packer wheel, because your packer wheel is also your gauge wheel, which controls your depth. And so by putting more donuts in, it just kind of bent the whole toolbar back. That way we'll get better depth. We fiddled around for about 20 minutes, and you know, we had a couple different issues. One was the seed was just laying on top of the ground in some spots, and that was kind of weird because some areas we were getting down like 3 inches, and we've tilled this twice, and so we got really loose soil, and then if you know the places behind tires, it's kind of packed in, and so we adjusted it to where the depth is a little bit different right behind all these tires. Same down pressure though, because there's a lot of pressure on the packer wheel on the back, but we think we got her about the same. So we're running 100 pounds of down pressure. We got green lights, and it's only 33 acres, so it'll take me around 2 hours. I've done about 5 acres, and it's telling me my bin is running low already. But the thing is, it's small seed, and you don't need to put too much in there. The seed isn't covering up the light in here, and so it's just telling us that it's low, but it's gonna be fine, I think. We're having a problem. That's not good. So this one, you can see there's a lot more seed coming out of that. And I mean, we noticed it when we were filling. It was just free falling out of that one. Man, I can feel it. It's wide open. All right, I got something going here. So I could see that the wobble slot was open quite a bit. This part of the cup was slid over up against this, I don't know what you want to call that stopper. And I pushed it back in. You can see it's kind of moving. And so it's probably gonna slide back out after a while, but I'm gonna take some of this. I'm gonna shove it in here and pack her in there with this zip tie, and hopefully that works. All right, so hopefully that acts kind of as a spacer or something. I'm gonna cut this excess off. So it looks holding up. The problem is I don't know what it's set at, and so now I mean, it could be completely closed down. There might be nothing coming out of it now, or I don't know, maybe it's perfect. You know, I'm pretty perfect, right? I can see, you know, there's a hole right here, and then there's a divot right here as well. And so I feel like I did a perfect job, as I always do. And so we're gonna keep going here. Well, that's just nice. I got to the dry stuff. The other wheels were fine, but this one just kept plowing. I'm just gonna try backing up and then try to drive back over it. Hopefully that works. We're going again. I think that's just the start of it. I got a few more rounds that I'm gonna have to go back through that. Ugh, not excited. Well, I about got stuck. There was like 2 or 3 foot high piles of mud just getting drug in front of the wheels of the drill. And so I had to hop out because they just kept dragging it, just kind of make them lower. And then I'd back up a little and I'd almost get stuck. And then I'd just gun it forward, try to get over top of them, and it worked. So now I just don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to turn before there so I don't get stuck. Saw a big rock coming and I hit it, and then one of these blades quit turning. And obviously the rock is wedged in between here. It's not just a rock, it's a boulder. Looks like Dad's just finishing up with that field. It probably wouldn't hurt to let it dry out for a while, but we gotta fill this with seed anyway. And then he's gonna take off. He got a load of cattle bought, and so he's gonna go pick them up with the livestock trailer, and I'm gonna stay back and make sure this gets drilled before the rain comes, because you never know when it's gonna happen this time of year. So we're thinking there's about 16 acres that can get planted out there, and so that's about 368 pounds of seed, I think. And it's gonna take about 10 buckets, 10.5 buckets, but we got some left, so we're just gonna put 5 buckets in each side and call that good. You know, if I run out, I'm 20 feet from the shed, so forklift won't start. Cool. So the tractor's ready to go. This is that 17-acre field that I'm about to drill. In this 17-acre field, almost all of our calving happens, if not in the buildings. Down here by the rake, it's gonna be a little wet, and I'm gonna have to skip some of that, and obviously that big water spot I'm not gonna be able to drill into. So I'm gonna start making my way to the field. Oh, here we are. only about a third of the field is left, and so I just thought I should check and make sure that everything's running good, make sure seed's running out. Looks good, a little heavy over here as compared to there. So we got a good amount of seed left in each bin. I hope you've been enjoying this video. We've been haying a lot lately, and there'll be a haying video coming out soon. We're getting close to the trees now. All I gotta do is run along the trees, and there's some down here that actually come out into the field, so I'll have to watch those. And then I have end rows on the east side and on the west side, and that should be about it for the day. Well, I got that 17-acre field done, and so that'll be about it for today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, maybe leave a comment. I usually reply when I'm not that busy, and so I usually reply to most comments as long as they make sense. Sometimes people comment and they don't really make sense, but if your comment makes sense, I will probably reply to it. So thanks for watching, have a good one.